Okay, what's up, guys? This is Marc Augustine here, and in this video, we are going to talk about how to run multiple accounts on eBay. But before we get into the video, this video is brought to you by Dropship Mastery. What Dropship Mastery is a step-by-step eBay dropshipping training, a course that's complete, showing you everything you need to know to dropship on eBay, as well with the coupon code FIRST100, you get 50% off, and you get a month of Ecom Sniper, which is the software that we have. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's get into the video. Sammy, so you want to introduce yourself really quickly?
Yeah. So my name is Sammy. I've been dropshipping on eBay for the last 6 years, and I was always, man, just happy to be here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my name is Marc Augustine. I've been dropshipping for over 10 years on multiple platforms and just happy to be here. So first of all, this is just one of the accounts we're managing. So what, do you want to give a quick update on this, Sammy?
Yeah. So just to continue from where we left off, I think let's see how many days it's been. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is day 11 on this account, and we did a cumulative revenue of $614. And then we can kind of go ahead and see our metrics. We have 304,000 listing impressions, 0.3% click-through rate. The amount of total listings we have on our account is 1,300 from last time I checked. So one thing guys can notice is like this 1,300 number has been stagnant for like the last 3 days or so. So now here is like the real trivia question, yeah. From the last video we posted, right, about the SEO strategies. Why? Okay, so now the question is, why has our sales been $30 for the last 2 days? Well, today just started, I guess, but why has it been $30 yesterday?
We haven't been listing.
We haven't been listing. That's the golden answer, right? As we spoke about yesterday, our listings, the reason why the previous account that we did made so much money, so many sales at a specific amount of time is because we were listing continuously every single day, and we were listing like 1,000 items, and those 1,000 items were at the top of the search results for 24 hours. Every single day we had a new fresh batch of listings that were at 1,000 in quantity, and those items were at the top of the search results for 24 hours. So they were continuously at the top of search, getting a bunch of sales. And we made a video about sales bringing sales. So this whole like cycle was happening. Like our new items were getting exposure and they were getting sales, and that resulted in our old items in the back of the search results getting sales and being pushed up because sales bring sales. And we're getting, you know what I mean? So there was like, if you're running into a problem with like eBay dropshipping, if you're telling me your sales are slow, it's because you need to start listing. Just that is the golden rule here, and I think what we should do from right now, we're taking it slow. You know what I mean?
We're deliberately taking it slow on this account.
Right, exactly. Well, this time around, we're making sure we're just growing slowly. But what we're gonna do is, I think right now the main thing would be to go ahead and like, find like another 1,000 items and just like let it run slowly for the next couple days. And these results, the funny enough is like 13 days ago we spent like 10 minutes or so using the product hunter to find 2,000 items. From those 2,000 items, 1,300 are listed.
And these are the listings from that first day.
Right. Like we didn't list anything beyond that at all. So I think this was like such a strong testament to how much work it takes. We literally scanned the product hunter like 11 days ago.
Once, yeah.
Right? Once. Right. I think it's still here too, the funny thing. Let's see where it is. When the bulk lister, right? The 1829. Like it's consistent. Right? Look, the product hunter okay, I guess I deleted it. But yeah.
No, but the bulk lister that it just, I guess it finished the 1,800 listings that we had. And out of the 1,800, it listed 1308.
Yeah. I was just saying if like the product, because the product hunter, unless you clear it, it shows like the search history as well.
Right.
right? But I guess I just scanned somebody else for or whatever. But yeah, it's as you said, right? This 1829 was the same. So guys, like this is a really strong testament to how easy it is. You know, you just have to go ahead, scan for 30 minutes, and then like you put in the bulk lister for the period of 5, 10 days, whatever. And there you go. And these are like the live results that you're getting. And did I show the profit or no?
No.
Okay, so the profit, right, like is you can see that from those 11 days we did $146 in profit. However, we didn't go ahead and order out this item yet. These two items for today. Okay, so these are some of the sales that we got. Nasal mist, fake knife with fake blood.
I guess that's for Halloween.
Yeah, yeah. The Halloween item, I guess like Q4 things are starting up, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan shoe soles, friction reducing, EVD pivoting. Yeah. So these are I remember we talked about like earrings or something last time.
Yeah, but
And funny enough,
that was a nose ring.
nose ring, right,
It was a
right.
handcrafted nose ring.
Yeah. Funny enough, we were able to sell an earring. Even it probably was super competitive, like as we talked about, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are some of the items that we sold, and then yeah, like this count is just getting started, yeah.
So yeah,
All
so
right.
let's get into the video that we planned.
Well, before that, I think let's run the product
Oh
hunter,
yeah,
and then
to get
yeah,
listings out.
exactly. So let's find like a couple of items to sell. And I think as always, what we have to do, just to kind of reinforce this ideology, because I went into somebody else's account recently, just to see what's going on, and then it showed that they had like 30 offers ready to send out, and I'm just thinking like that is just missed opportunity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Make sure you're sending out offers on a daily basis, like as many times as you can. Run your promotions, right? Offers and promotions, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just like run a promotion real quick. So I'm gonna go to marketing. And Mark, do you want to just explain real quickly why do we run the promotions?
I mean, the promotions we run very low percentage promotions to guarantee traffic every day. So it runs at
Right.
the top of the search, and we have the margin to do it. If we didn't have the margin to do it, then it wouldn't be that simple. But
Very
because
true.
we're running at an 80% margin, we have the
Very
margin to
true.
actually run sponsored.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's that what you hit the nail on the head, right? We have the margin to go ahead and run this promotion because we're marking up all of our prices by 80%. So knocking off 5% is not gonna do anything for us, right? It's not gonna hurt our sales at all. And when we go ahead and offer like a 5% discount or etc., any amount of discount is gonna go ahead and help us like convert a buyer, because once a buyer goes ahead and they see we have like a sale of 5%, what something starts like clicking in their head, gears are starting to run, and they're
Yeah.
thinking, oh no way, I only have 8 hours left to get 5% off, I better act on it quickly. So we're creating urgency, and that urgency is like very important. You know what I mean? I remember I used to sell like chocolates. Like I was one of those kids back in the day that used to, like, those annoying kids like on the streets when they would come up to you and they ask if you would like to buy a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I was one of those annoying kids, and I
Yeah.
remember this one specific time. This like it was my birthday, right? Like actually my birthday. I went up to somebody and I told them, "Hey, you want to buy this? It's my birthday." And he's like, "Yeah, me too. Was it your birthday yesterday too?" And then ever since I aged like 30 years in that month
Yeah.
because it was my birthday every day. Run sales every day,
Yeah, every
guys,
day.
every day. So I'm gonna call this weekday. Um, I don't know. I could probably figure out a better name, but I think the most important thing here is just to get the sale out. You know what I mean? Okay, so there we go. We started our sale. It's starting to pending. Um, let's go ahead and like as always snipe somebody on eBay. Um, so let's
What are we
see.
looking? What can we look for?
I don't think it really
Ah,
matters.
yeah. Uh, uh,
Yeah, go
a
ahead.
clothing hamper. What do you call that?
A hanger?
No, a hamper to keep to, to keep your clothes. Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay. Hey, that's a
right.
really cool item, man. I can see that selling like crazy.
Yeah, so
Nice.
we could check one of them.
Let's go with the bestseller. Nice, nice. Let's go ahead and
No, but
I,
go
I'm
up.
thinking
Let me
about
see something.
yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah. The first guy has 125 feedback.
I mean, does it really matter? Because he might be selling like let's say it's a that's still gonna be like convert to like 400 items for us.
Yeah,
Let's grab him. I think what I was trying to do was like look for like these niches of items that are like much more expensive. Like for example, if somebody was able to sell it for like I don't know, $38, we know this guy is marking up the price like crazy, right?
right,
I would assume that the rest of his items are marked up like crazy, and those niches are like untapped or are priced at like you can sell it for higher prices, like
right,
those
right.
niches.
And like he has 1,200 feedback, so we could snipe him as well.
Yeah, yeah. Let's stick with this guy. I feel like his margins are like very good. Like he is marking up the price by almost like 100%. So similar to us. And he has 746 items, right? So let's stick with this guy. Let's and extract it. So once again, like my mentality was because he is marking up the price by literally 100%. I'm assuming all of his items are going to be marked up by 100% as well. So all the ones that are sold, right, are items that can be marked up by 100% and have been proven to sell on eBay that have been marked up by 100%. So
Yeah.
his ones are items that have margin already. You know what I mean? So so now we have a list of 747 items. It's so easy, man. It's so simple, you know what I mean?
I mean, but that's with Ecom Sniper.
Right, right, right. Exactly, yeah. Like I actually like helped another user like Ali like go ahead and like jumpstart his account. Like we did this exact process, right? Literally within like the next in 24 hours, he was able to get like 5 sales of 500 items. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And within 24 hours. That is just like how powerful, like this product hunter is. Like you like it might seem like okay, we're just finding items, but just we're finding highly targeted items that were proven to sell on eBay, right? And then these items are perfect for the buyer's funnel, and then all of a sudden, like since they're proven to sell, they're already items that have like low competition in that SEO category to begin with, right? So it's not like even random items we're posting.
right,
It,
exactly.
like the whole strategy itself, like like I think we gotta go like make like one time a video about how powerful the strategy is because it's simple what it's doing, but so many like research is in the back end like that is being like done for you automatically, right? And I feel like
Right,
understanding that, right, understanding why it works, that
is
would kind of
important.
yeah. And I feel like it'd be important for like future development as well, like for maybe somebody else understands it. Like for example, I remember speaking to Bosco, right? He was telling me like explaining to me how he gets sales, and it was pretty much just like copy someone else's title and change it.
Right.
And like he couldn't tell me like directly about the algorithm. However, I knew exactly why it worked because we're doing something similar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ecom cyber definitely does
Yeah. So like I
something
understood
similar.
exactly, but we're able to explain and like being able to explain why it works. I feel like that is a very strong testament to the software, right? Well,
Yeah.
anyways, so let's let this like keep running, and we should get like 1,500 results, and like we can kind of I guess start into like like after this is done scanning. Let's start. How do I say? Like we'll just throw them in the bulk lister, and then we'll have like another 3,000 listings in the course of like 10 days or so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and open up like the whiteboard, and then we can kind of start talking about like the topic that I wanted to. The reason why I'm bringing up this conversation to begin with is because I've had users multiple times. They came up to me and they asked me, like, how do I make more eBay accounts? What about the IP address? What do I do, and etc. Right? So what I'm gonna be doing in this video right now is I'm just gonna try to like make it clear. Yeah, Mark, do you want to pause this video for a second while I just get things prepared?
Okay. Okay, guys.
Okay.
So now we're getting into the video, the actual meat of the video.
Right.
So Sammy's gonna go over how to run multiple eBay accounts, the technical side of things.
Right. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk about just one component in this video, and that is purely the ISPs, the internet service providers, like your IP addresses, etc. So the first thing that we have to understand is people always ask me like, okay, so can I use a VPN? Can I use a proxy? Right? And then what I tell them is like, no, you cannot use a VPN or a proxy, or you know what? We'll take it one step further. You cannot even use a internet service provider that is obscure, right? If you do, what's gonna end up happening is your account is gonna be suspended. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because um you must go ahead and have in an ISP, an internet service provider, your IP address has to be very popular, right? So the name of the game is popular, right? Everything has to be like popular. It has to be very well known. It cannot be like anything that is like um that is obscure, right? So any VPN, you have to understand a VPN, right? All of them are using like data center IPs, or they're using like um an like even if they're using a popular um like ISP service. Let me go ahead and pull up something for you guys, all right? Most popular ISPs in the US, so we can kind of like see, so I can kind of show you guys what like the Google search results says, right? So this is for the US, but what if whatever country you're in, right? These are like the most popular internet service providers in the US: Comcast, Charter Communications, AT&T, and Verizon. Um, Mark, when you lived in the US, like you're familiar with these ones?
Yeah, we use Comcast
Right.
and Verizon.
Right, exactly. And the thing is, if you don't go ahead and use like these type of internet service providers, right, what ends up happening is you're already flagged, right? Because the whole thing that eBay is trying to do is they're trying to go ahead and stop um fraud, right? So making an account to begin with is the first flag. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people get suspended right away. So eBay's mission, right, is to go ahead, prevent fraud. So that is what they're trying to do. Right, and what they're and the reason and the way they go ahead and prevent fraud is they go ahead and suspend accounts. You see that? Yeah, like to prevent fraud, eBay's mission is to suspend, and the way they do that, they suspend accounts. And the reason why they suspend accounts is because you're using a VPN or proxy or using obscure ISP, because they don't want to take the risk, right? But the thing is, if they're like looking for legitimate suppliers onto their website, right? Like legitimate sellers, right? If somebody has a popular internet connection, then they feel much more confident. You know what I mean? Like just let's think about it from eBay's perspective, right? who is trying to make an account on their VPN and proxy usually? Like, it's weird. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine like somebody's using like Amazon Web Services to go ahead and make an account. It's not normal. Like, why aren't they using it from their home or their business or etc.? Right? What is there any reasonable explanation for someone to go ahead and make an eBay account and use it from an Amazon AWS IP address? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like if you're trying to operate a real business, like you probably bought like a ISP and service provider at your home, or like your business, your location, or whatever. Yeah. So the once again, like what eBay is trying to do, their mission is to prevent fraud, and then the way they do that is they suspend accounts, and the reason they suspend accounts is because you're using a VPN or proxy or an obscure ISP, right? So what you need to do is, the number one thing is, you need to use an internet service provider that is popular: Comcast, AT&T, Verizon, etc. So now, so now, so now that we know what the popular internet service provider is, what we got to do is you got to bring them in to your home, right? So once you bring them inside your home, what's going to happen is, let's say for your account, for your first account, right, you're going to go ahead and use like Comcast. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and actually pay, like, you probably already have this set up already. So we're just going to talk about like how, let's say you just have a brand new house. You're going to go ring up Comcast and tell them, hey, I need internet in my house. Find like the cheapest option. Maybe it'll be 20 bucks, maybe it'll be 30, maybe it'll be 40, whatever the case, right? Right. And then they're going to come and they're going to set up a modem. And this modem, right, is going to be connected to the Comcast ISP, right? And then this modem is going to go ahead and give you, right, an ISP that's clean, right? Clean means, sorry, let's go ahead and write an IP that's clean. An IP means it's an internet protocol address, which is basically, let's go ahead and just show what an IP address is. So an IP address is just a, how do I say? It's just a address online that verifies who you are, right? I'm gonna and I guess a lot of people are not too tech. They don't know too much what an IP address is. So let me go ahead and just pull up a picture. So that somebody can understand, yeah. So right over here, yeah. So an IP address, a number used to identify a computer or a network of computers, right? So usually your IP address is going to look like 192.16.0.73. And what happens is Comcast, AT&T, those modems, they provide this IP address. So let me just go ahead and copy that and then put it inside. Just to kind of like make it very clear. So the modem itself gives you the IP address, right? And what it's gonna do, it's gonna go ahead and give you a clean IP address. And that clean IP address, you want to go ahead and use it on a laptop, like a brand new laptop. Like, this laptop has to be like brand new. It cannot have ever been used on eBay before. The reason why is because if it's been used on eBay before, the computer will have either cache or cookies, right? And those cache or cookies, I'm not going to explain it in this video, right? Those are things that are like saved and stored inside the computer that eBay uses to identify you. So the easiest way to prevent that is just get a brand new laptop or factory reset the laptop, right? So now we're going to go ahead and add that clean IP address to the laptop. And then from that, we're going to go ahead, log in or sign into our eBay account. So that is the flow. So I'm going to do that again over here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that again. Exactly. And then so that's how you run your first account. So now the way we run our second account is going to be very similar. We're going to go ahead and call up Verizon, right? We're going to tell Verizon, hey, I need an internet service provider. I need you guys to install Verizon, like internet to my house. So they're going to come in and set up a modem that you're going to be able to get internet from. So with that modem, you're going to go ahead and get an IP address. That IP address is going to be clean, And that clean IP address you're gonna use to go ahead and set up, put it into, either wire it directly into the modem, which I recommend. Like you're gonna have like a direct wire connection that's gonna be directly into it, into the you know what I'm talking about, right? Like
Yeah,
that
yeah, actual
cable,
Ethernet cable.
an Ethernet cable, exactly. That would be the most ideal. Or you can go ahead and just use like, you can set up a Wi-Fi or etc. I'm kind of just, I think the straight Ethernet connection would be better for most people if you're not tech savvy, and it kind of like prevents the most of the problems to begin with. So let's keep it simple. Just connect an Ethernet cable directly to the modem, and then from there you're gonna go ahead and log in to the eBay account. So, what? And these two accounts can never be linked. Like you cannot ever like use this laptop and connect it to this Comcast modem and use this laptop and connect it to the Verizon modem. If you ever do, both accounts are going to be linked. But if you do it like this, these accounts, right, are going to be like this keyword over here, unlinked. So this is how you go ahead and make your accounts unlinked. Right? So we're going to go ahead and this eBay account over here and this eBay account over here are going to be unlinked if you follow this setup. But nothing can ever like go ahead and like cross each other. You must always go ahead and like make sure that you're running this, and really putting an emphasis on making sure that the accounts do not cross each other. So now the like some people don't have, like for example, like maybe you don't want to go ahead and get like a modem at your house. What you can do, instead of going ahead and putting at your house, right? All you have to do is follow this setup, right? And it doesn't have to be at your house. It could be, let's say, let's say you have like a friend's house. Friends, mother, family, house, etc. You know what I mean? Like you can have your account number 2 on a friend's family house and the first account under your house. You know what I mean? Like you're not really limited in any sense of the word. Okay,
Yeah, you're saying it might be advantageous to use a friend's families or so on, so you don't have to purchase another.
right, exactly. Especially in the beginning, before you like when you start making money, this stuff will become irrelevant for you because it'll be like
It's
like
it's
okay,
a it's an expense. It's part of the business expense.
right, you'll spend like $50 for an account and you'll be like, yeah, whatever. Like it's only one account, right? Who cares? You know what I mean? Because you already be making so much money from it. However, in the very beginning, before you start making money or if you're preparing for scale, let's say like if your goal is to make 30 accounts, right? It'd probably be advantageous to go ahead and keep your costs absolute minimum and use like friends, families, house, etc. and just set up a laptop at their house. And then so now people are gonna ask me like, okay, I set up the laptop at their house. Now how do I use it? It's a great question. Like Mark, you want to pause the video for 1 second?
Yeah.
Okay, so now the question that we're going to be answering is you have all of these computers set up, right? Like let's say like over here, you have one account on a laptop and it's at your house. The second account is at your mother or family's house, etc. And your third account is at another person's house, right? The laptops. Now somebody's going to ask me, so am I supposed to go there every single day, drive like 30 minutes and go ahead on and then go to those computers and etc.? And the answer is yes. No, I'm just kidding. There's a solution for that, yeah. So yeah, so let's say you have all these 3 computers, even if it's all at your house with different the different internet service providers. And by the way, guys, if you're able to get like Verizon to go ahead and set up like 3 of them at your house, that's fine. Because each time you get a modem like straight from Verizon, it's gonna give you a different IP address. Okay. So now what happens is, let's say you have like a whole bunch of computers at 3 different locations, maybe they're like 40 minutes apart. How do you access them and get to work? So this is you. You're at your MacBook or whatever, right? What you want to be doing is you want to go ahead and install AnyDesk, or you want to install TeamViewer. And what AnyDesk and TeamViewer are, they are both remote PC softwares. And what this means is these are softwares that go ahead and help you connect to another computer, right? It goes ahead and lets you connect to another computer and use it from your computer. So basically, it's like Inception. You know what I mean? Like it's like, you know how Inception is like a dream inside of a dream inside of a dream or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So you're basically incepting into like the other computer. So you're basically controlling another computer from your computer. So with these remote PC softwares, you're gonna go ahead and install it, right, on all of these computers. Right. You're gonna go ahead and install it on this computer, right? You're gonna go ahead and install it, right, on this computer, right? And then you're gonna go ahead and install it on the last computer as well. Let me see if I can connect it right over here. See, this is getting a little bit kind of crazy, you know, but like I'm drawing the lines as we go. So now that you have went ahead and installed it on all of these three computers, right? What you're gonna do is, since you have it installed on your computer, you're gonna go ahead and connect to all of them as well from your computer. So let's go ahead and this is just, we're gonna connect here, and then we're gonna be able to remote into this computer, and we're gonna be able to like use the computer over here, which is already gonna be signed in, logged in, etc. Right? Because we have like these remote PC softwares installed. So we're gonna be able to connect to this one, and then we're gonna be able to connect to this one. Right? So with one computer, and if once you set up all the computers over here with your main computer using the remote PC software, you're able to go ahead and operate all three eBay accounts from your one computer. And the biggest benefit is when you have employees, etc., that's exactly how they're going to be connecting. My employees use AnyDesk and TeamViewer to go ahead and connect to all of my laptops and then run the eBay accounts, operate them from there. Does that make sense, Mark?
Yeah, that makes 100% sense.
Yeah. So the and remember, and once you're able to do this, like your account is not going to be suspended because we're using a very legit setup to begin with, right?
Yeah, no
And
VPNs, no
yeah,
obscure internet providers.
right, exactly. And you got to stay away from anything that's gonna like, you know, people go ahead and say, oh, you can do multiple profiles on your Chrome browser, multiple, and you can go ahead and like use like a Go login privacy browser. None of that stuff. If they like, I'm not going to go into details to why, but if you go ahead and look for shortcuts, you're gonna have a bad time, right? The whole eBay and Amazon, they're spending millions of dollars, right? Billions of dollars to go ahead and like circumvent any of these shortcuts, right? So, but if you're using a physical hardware, physical modems, physical laptops, right? They're not able to detect any of that because that's legit. You're fully legit at that point. You know what I'm saying? So don't look for any shortcuts, right? If you use shortcuts, right? Like there's a like I have you know, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you where these shortcuts lead to, right? Right over here. Account suspended. Anything that's like gonna be a shortcut, right, is gonna go ahead and be account suspended. You're gonna have to go ahead and use this setup, right? So now there's gonna be like one more high level concept that I'm gonna be speaking about. Um, and what let's go ahead and give you some. If you want to go ahead and find out what your IP address and etc. is, just go on Google and type in like what's my IP address, and it's gonna go ahead and explain that to you, right? Secondly, like there are like these are just like some like just key points, and maybe like we'll talk about them more in detail in like the course or something like that, right? Because I don't want to put them like your channel is not a channel about just like tech, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so I'm not gonna bore everybody with that, but some of the things that you know, if you want to go ahead and get into contact with me and I can like explain these things to you a bit more in detail, is some modems you're able to like reuse them. How do you reuse a modem, right? Sometimes when you disconnect the modem from the power plug, it's gonna go ahead and like give you a brand new IP address. So if you disconnect it, right? But you're gonna always have to check. Some modems allow you that, some modems don't. right? And then secondly, some eBay accounts I use and I run them on like mobile IP addresses. And what I do is first I go ahead and create the account on a legit like ISP modem. And then once the account is created and I prime the account, I go ahead and I just change the internet. Like instead of like using the Comcast modem, I go ahead and use like a mobile tether. So let me go and pull that up for you. Mobile tether ISP. Okay. So right over here is a good picture. This is exactly what I do. Mark, you can see that, yeah? This picture,
Yeah,
yeah?
I'm now seeing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what it is this person is using a phone. His phone has his internet, like his phone has data, and he's just passing over that data onto the laptop. So this is what he does, yeah? And so what I do is once like the account is nice and primed and I signed up, instead of like using this IP address, I just go ahead and I convert it into, you know, a mobile phone data. But you can only do this after the fact. After the account is created. You cannot create the account on mobile IPs, but you can run and operate them on mobile IPs after. And you know what? We'll talk more about this. Like, I'll make a video inside of like the course or whatever. We can talk about these more advanced topics as we go. So yeah, I think we can wrap it up for like is everything. Mark, you tell me. You be like the assessor at this. Is
Yeah,
everything clear here?
everything should be clear. Everything should be clear. So
Okay.
guys, in summary, you want to use the main ISPs in your city, whether it's Comcast, Verizon, and so on. You want
Why
to,
though?
or else you'll get suspended.
Yeah, exactly. And then the reason we're trying to hide in plain sight. Anything that's obscure, you're gonna like it doesn't matter any proxy, VPN, right? Anything that's obscure or has been used before, right? Remember, anything that has been used is gonna suspend you.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead, yeah.
No, yeah, I was just summarizing it. So no VPNs, no proxies, no obscure ISPs. Stick to the popular ones. Run the. It's better to connect your computer directly through an Ethernet cable, and yeah, and then your accounts will be separated, and you continue making money. The goal here is to run multiple accounts at one time, and not get them suspended. So guys,
Yeah.
if you appreciate the video we've done, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. We'll be coming out with more videos every day as you see. Have a good one, guys.
All right, take care.